Hello friends. Many of you had asked several doubts about the preliminary test series that you are writing, or how to assess and how to approach this test series is what you had asked. And I have made all those questions into a single video, and that is what we will see in this video. My name is J.Sivarajarajendran, and with that information, we'll go into the video. So the first thing is that we understand. So now the restrictions, many of the state governments have removed the restrictions. I think offline test would be conducted. So I want you to, and if you are going for offline also, do not waste every day. See, some people will go every day to institute. I do not know why. What is there in that institute? So do not go every day and waste your time in maybe discussions or something like that. See, this is a very precious amount or precious time for you as well. This two months which is there for preliminary examination, this is what is going to decide whether somebody is going to clear or not. So I want you to have 7. See, there are 7 days. In that, maybe 1 day break you have. So you should have 1 day break. Everyone should have. So 6 days are there. So in that if you go to or keep going to some place, means it will reduce the number of days that are present for studying. So approximately think about it, 1 day test. So for preferably Sunday. Why I keep insisting on Sunday is that this is the day that you're going to write your examination. So your body should get accustomed. I keep repeating this point because preliminary examination, when you're going there, you should be well accustomed to all these things that are happening. You should not feel alienated on that day. You can see, that is the point, make as many mistakes as possible. You bleed on your trial and you will go win the war. That is the point that I am trying to make. So if you think about it, 1 day, so you assess this fact, because every day going and trying your thing there, it's going to reduce the number of days that is there present for your preparation. Understand this very clearly. From this point itself, whatever maybe the techniques somebody teaches, whatever maybe the things that they may teach, it is the preparation that you do, that is the solid base on which preliminary examination will be cleared. And anyone writing online, this also is preferable, because many would be working, many would be in a distant place from the institute. So do not waste your time. So for example, if you have to go for 2-3 hours, I have seen 2-3 hours people travel and go to the institute. If it is not or if it is the case, please do not do that. Or somebody would be with family and things like that, they cannot allocate 1 day. So for them, what I would say is that take a PDF. So do not see. I have seen people writing just with that online. They just mark and go. Do not do that. This PDF. If you are, see, we get so many PDFs and so many materials. I want you to have this PDF that you solve, because it happens to be a paper pen examination. So you think about this fact that you should from today you have to have this PDF, or take a and maybe some institutes are not giving that leverage of taking a PDF, but I would want you to take that PDF and write it, preferably. Or in a sense, the last video I said, institute PDF, how you solve is that institute PDF with multiple PDFs, if you have, you solve it in a rapid manner. In a sense, see, the whole point of this examination is UPSC previous year question paper. The point of clearing this examination also lies there. It does not lie in this institute PDF or institute material or nothing like that. It's there in previous year question paper and standard books. And hence, if you are a person solving this multiple PDFs that you have accumulated for this test series, solve them using the rapid test series method that I said in the previous video. Please do check out that video also. And you can, in a sense, what I am trying to say is that whatever you do with these question papers, do it with this paper pen method, or do it physically. Online, I don't see how it will help, but I found that some online. So the preferability should be, it's not, you should not be very rigid, because some online test series I have seen, some online, you can mark it online. See, this you do it when you're traveling, so let us assume that you are writing an offline test. So with this, I used to do so, for my travel from my house to Ananagar was nearly 1.5 hours. So I used to have this online free test series. This used to be in many institutes. See, I am not one institute, so vision, so it was easier for me to access through that. So what I used to do is that I used to solve this vision test. So I would be going to Ananagar. So in my mobile, I used to solve this vision test series. So 1 hour, 1.5 hours travel, one question paper I would solve. Then I would go and write this examination on the Sunday. This is how I used to do. So use this in a manner that it is you practice on the paper pen, and also use the technology in a very efficient fashion, so that it's see, our goal is to clear this examination. No rigidity should be there. We should not be very rigid. You should be applicable to or accessible to so many information, which is easier for us to clear this examination. So next thing which I want you to do is 3 large rounds. What I mean is that, see, this is where writing off online, this is where writing online becomes a little difficult. Why is that? See, in bank examination, in RBI, everything has converted. CAT examination, many, see, CAT examination, everything will be online. In that, if you think about it, it is UPSC question paper will be a little different. UPSC is for everybody, and hence, if you see, they have 3 sections in UPSC question paper. There are easier questions, there are medium or A or B questions, there are tough questions. Writing online, what happens is that we usually write just like that. We go from 1 to 100 questions. We just solve these questions one by one. We go and see the way of, because I have anyone who has solved this question, CAT examination or RBA examination, they will know this fact. Or I have done that also. So when I used to solve CAT examinations or for RBA, I would go sequentially, or NABARD, whichever examination maybe, I would go sequentially. But UPSC examination, if you think about it, you need not go sequentially. You need not see. This is the point. This is the practice that you get. Why that paper? That is why I keep insisting paper, pen examination. Why I keep insisting, or also why I insist on reading newspaper with physical presence, is that this examination is not about this sequential solving of questions. This examination requires you to go through 3 large rounds. This you have to do prepared physically. You should be able to do in every question paper. Whatever you are doing, you should do. First, you should solve those easier questions. So, in the sense that, see, 100th question will be an easier question. So maybe first to 99 are tough. I want you to solve this 100th question first. This is the angle that we should know. In a other exam, that is point, CAT, RBA, it has a different set of methodologies. They have a different set of, so RBA, for example, grade B has come, there is a different set of methodology. For UPSC, this is the methodology. Easier, so target the easier ones. Then you come for that A or B questions. A or B questions, if you think about it, these are the questions, in a sense, see, 1 to 99. So when you are going, you would have seen you would have seen that some options are tough. So you would have been okay. So these are tough options. Let us come back again. So 2 options in that, what will happen is that 2 options you would have eliminated. You would have come and sat on the point that A or B or C or D or A or D, something like that. Okay, like you would have come and you would have gotten stuck somewhere. So I want you to have this A or B questions attempted only after you have attempted all the easier questions. So 100th question you attempt, and then you come for those A or B questions, and you solve those questions, and then you go for the tough questions. This is the last you should tough questions. What I mean is that maybe you would have eliminated one option. There would be three things: A or B or C, something like that. So you should come back again for solving these questions in the third round. And this is what will happen or become a problem in online. What happens online is that we do not give sufficient amount of time for analyzing these A or B or C. We just go around sequentially. See, it's a psychological thing. Okay, when there is an easier button, so you just take that button and you go away. But in UPSC, you have to shade all that OMR. That is a personal responsibility, because in a sense, it is like you being responsible for shading those things. That time you will be more cautious. Online, you can just click and you can go away. Actually, you can come back and you can erase and you can give a different answer also. And that is the mindset that we have. But in UPSC, that mindset does not work. In CAT, NABARD, RB, it works. But here, you should not have that mindset. Here, you should have that thorough analysis of 3 times going through the paper, and each time giving importance to each question. That is the point. Next, and this time management. This is the point I was making. This time management is, please utilize the full time. Somebody see one we will complete. Because mock test, we will assume that many of the questions we will know, and many of the questions will be easier or something like that. We will just finish off this in 1.5 hours, or somebody, maybe some sections we would not have covered. So there will be a test, for example, modern India, let us assume. So you would have covered modern India from examination, so 1905 to 1947. So if this is the mock test that they are giving, so let us assume that we have not covered from Quit India movement. So what we would do is that we would not solve the questions from Quit India movement, and we would have this sufficient 30-minute time. So 30-minute time, what we will do, we will solve from 1.5 hours, we will solve from 1905 to 19 something like Quit India 1940s. Then the questions that are from Quit India movement in that test series, we won't solve. We will sit for 30 minutes. But the point that you should know is that whatever you are solving, okay, let us assume that you are solving from 1905 to Quit India movement. The other questions you are not solving. And this number of questions amounts to 75 questions. What I want you to do is that utilize all the 2 hours. In this 2 hours, you have this pattern. Now only I said easier. In this 75 questions, in this 2 hour, in this 75 question, have that pattern. A or easier question, A or B question, tough question. Do not even see, this is the point. Utilize the full time. It will help you in preliminary examination. Do not think that no, we have not covered a significant portion of today's test, so we can shave off the 30 minutes. No, have that practice. That is the point. This because see, why I insist on this point is that only when you are present 2 hours, only when you are completely involved, you will know what questions to leave, what to leave. See, this is the point. This is where I feel that this examination is not about the question that you are solving. Actually, no. This examination is about the questions that you are leaving. See, what is good for life? Everyone, see, this is good for life, that is good for life. But what is not good for you? That is the point, and that is the question is specific to each individual. See, what may be an easier question for me, may be a tougher question for you, and what may be something which I like, you may not like. And each individual is different in that way. And this 2 hour practice, this 2 hour practice gives you this habit. This is the point. You being present, and this is also in any case also. Only when you are present, that is the point. Idols, they keep saying this idol's mind is a devil's workshop. No, idol's mind is a place where you can know yourself. First, when you know yourself, you will know what to leave. Similarly, in this examination, if there are time which is there present where you have completed the paper and just sitting, do not sit or do not come away. Be there, have this idle's mind, and try to reason what questions you can leave and how you can get that cut off. That is the point you should understand. And this is the next thing. Read all the words. I have made the mistake, and many would have done it also. There will be questions. There will be questions and answer. Some words we will actually overlook. See, in the heat of the moment, in the speed, so there will be so much of pressure as well. We miss some keywords, and those keywords like correct, not correct, many are there. So many, I will maybe have a separate video as well, because sometimes there was one question in 2015. I keep repeating this question. In 2015, they asked about a question on westerlies. So you can go check this question as well. Westerlies they asked, and they said 30° north and 60° south. See, the point is that 30° north and 60° north it should be. But they gave this as south. This was one word. See, I missed this word. I just overlooked it, and Westerly says, okay, 30 to 60. I just went away, and 2 was also correct, and I marked it. But only when I came out, then I realized reading every word is important. And while you are solving this mock test questions, that is why you should read every word. And that is why 2 hours I said. That is why 2 hours. See, the point of this whole examination, you should understand it's not about being correct all the time. It's about being very vigilant, understanding who you are, what questions that you are not comfortable with, what to leave, and all these very simple or very precise noting of these words. And precise, this is the point. One is read all the words. Next, read all the questions, because this mistake also I have done, because some questions will be maybe culture related questions. So culture related questions will be there. We would imagine, see, this would happen inside the hall for me as well, and I have left questions thinking that okay, these are culture questions. I have not prepared those culture questions, or these are very tough questions from history or something like that. But you know what, that question will be like a very logical question. In a sense, in the same statement they would have given the answer. In the same statement, if you read one simple line, or maybe polity also, not necessarily culture, in polity also, they would have given the answer in the framing of the question itself, or in the answers. This is why I asked you, and this is why 3 times I said three large rounds. Why? Not even a single question you should miss, and you should come out and you should see that, oh, we have missed this question. Same applies for CSAT. Because reading all the questions, you will understand that CSAT has so many questions that are very easier. We will assume that maybe aptitude. So somebody would be good in reading comprehension, but they would think that only comprehension we will attend and aptitude we will not attend because I am not comfortable with maths. But you know what? In CSAT, there are some very, so in Tamil they will say the alva questions, alva means is easier questions. There are very, very simple questions. Maybe CSAT, I am not able to make those videos because of the lack of time. But anyway, someday maybe I'll take all those easier questions and show you. There are questions. So that is why reading all the questions becomes important. And read all the options. This is next mistake we do. What I want you to do is that is what I said. There are some questions which may appear difficult, but you know what? The answers will be in the options. UPSC will give an option in such a manner that you will understand, oh, this is the answer. There are some questions like that. Oh, this is the question they are asking. See, from the options, you will understand this question. Sometimes this happens. Sometimes we may not understand the question that they are asking. But what will happen is that we'll read those options and then oh, this is the question that they have asked and this is the answer. This is how you should approach this examination. Read all the words. See, this is the point. And this is what I said in the beginning by 2 hours. Not even, see, I will keep repeating this. Not even a single second, single minute you should let go. Something, this is the goal that you have wanted to see, whether it clears or not. Try with full heart. That is the point. Try with full heart. And if you are trying with full heart, if you are trying with full heart, this disappointment will definitely come. See, I have told till now, try with full heart. This much effort when someone gives, you should understand that also, because we sometimes, we don't understand the fact that when we are trying something for or giving this much importance to an examination and doing stuff like this, there arises a moments of disappointment because we will make mistakes. But what I suggest is that learn from those mistakes. If there is a question paper that you are making mistake, if a question paper, 100 questions are there, let us assume that you are making mistakes, so you are attending 70 questions only. You are attending 70 questions only, and I maybe okay, 30 only correct, 40 wrong are there. It should not happen. But what I want you to do is that learn from this 40 wrong and 30 questions that you have left. This is what you should take from mock test. Because see, understand this one factor. This 100 questions that they give in mock test is not a reflection of UPSC. There will be, see, very least amount of connection will be there in the type of questions that are asked in mock test and in UPSC. This I have said in the previous video also, and I will maybe keep a separate video on this, the quality of questions in mock test. The quality of questions in mock test is in no way connection to UPSC. But why should we go through all this to get so much of disappointment? Is practice. This is the point I said. Practice and preparation. Two things, the preparation, and you will learn that these are the topics that are necessary. See, this I keep repeating. You clear this examination not by writing test. You clear this examination by preparing for those tests. You understand this very clearly. There is a huge difference. People mistake that it's a different thing. It's true. See, I wrote these tests and only then I understood. See, no. You understand this question, you write these mocks, you learn these topics, you prepare for those tests, and you correlate with the previous year question paper. So you clear this examination not by writing mock test. You clear this examination by preparing the topics for the mock test, then solving the previous year question paper from 1990 till 2020, understanding this examination and going inside and solving and clearing. And that is when you clear. You understand this very clearly. There is a distinction. If at all somebody is clearing, it is because of previous year question paper and preparation. These two things are the important. But mock tests are important because I want you to practice and I want you to learn from them. Learn getting disappointed. You should know that there are so many things. Only after you get disappointment you will actually get good things in life. You will know that as the days goes by, and then try again. This is the point. So do not think. I have seen many, no, I did not read, I did not study, and the last test was not good. No, I keep repeating, mock test does not reflect UPSC. But I want you to write one day. That is the point. Not every day. One day I want you to go, and that will give you a feeling of writing this preliminary examination. And in that only you will do all these things. How many questions to leave. This how many or what amount of, that is the point. You will learn yourself. You will learn about yourself, how many questions you are comfortable. People ask how many questions I should write. You will know inside the hall only, right? If I say that this is the number, it does not fit, because that is the point. Virat Kohli is different from Sachin Tendulkar, is different from Virendra Sehwag, is different from Rahul Dravid. All these players are top notch players and they will score centuries, but each of the person will have different categories of balls for scoring that 100. So if I, that is the point, like in Three Idiots movie. So if I say Rahul Dravid to score 100 in 30 balls, and if I ask Virendra Sehwag to bat for 400 balls to get a century, it does not fit. They know it because they have practiced it on the field. Okay, well, that is what I want you to do. Try again and repeat it. So again, loop. So again, learn, again, try again, repeat till your preliminary examination, and it will clear. So all the best for your examination. So any other doubts also, I will try to make as much video as possible and clarify on as many issues as possible. It takes a little bit of time for making it, editing it, and so many other things are there. So I hope you will understand it too. And so please, if you have any more doubts also, there is a Minds of Aspirant Telegram link. You can go and you can check that, and you can give all your in a sense questions there also. I will probably answer those questions. So please do like this video, share this video, and subscribe to Minds of Aspirant channel. Thank you for watching this. Have a good night.